Hello everybody, Animation Trainer here, and today we're gonna talk about the original Spider-Man. Now it's Spider-Man, it's about how Peter Parker wants to impress a girl named Mary Jane. Now, in my opinion, romance films could be good if they're just handled well. However, if not, oh my gosh, it could just be... But let's not talk about that. Let's talk about Spider-Man. Yes. And I want to add that Spider-Man happens to be my favorite superhero. Yes. I like him more than Captain America, Wolverine, and Thor. Yep. Just what makes Spidey awesome is just how he has a unique power, and I think he's a pretty funny character. However, although I am disappointed that it's not the Spider-Man that talks a lot in this film, I still like Spider-Man in this film. Yeah. So anyways, let's go back to the romance part of the story. Unlike with the film I showed you earlier, it actually works pretty good right here. I mean, they make it to where, the identity is hidden so that it's not super obvious that she knows, sort of. But yeah. But that's just a fraction of the film. The majority of the film is how Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, is going around trying to save the city. But then the Green Goblin comes and he tries to get Spider-Man to become evil and stuff. So yeah, pretty much. Yeah. And then yeah. So let's move on to the action scenes. They all work really cool, especially when with Spider-Man using his spider senses. In my opinion, they all look really cool. For reals, they do. What's even cooler is that that's just part of the action scenes. They also show Spider-Man using some cool wing slinging and stuff. Yeah. Now let me move on to the characters. Like I already talked, well, with Peter Parker, aka Spider-Man, even though it's not the talks-a-lot Spider-Man that I love, this version of Spider-Man is still pretty cool. They give him enough character development in order to make him great. Then there's the Green Goblin, which is the villain of this film, who I think actually really works as a villain. I mean, they make him very intimidating and they keep his identity hidden throughout the film, which really does work. Then there's Harry, which is Peter's friend, and even though he doesn't appear as much, they still give him that likability. Then there's Mary Jane, the Peter's love interest, who actually does have Peter's Uncle Ben, and I forgot the name of his aunt. Yeah. Uncle Ben doesn't appear as much because, well, I don't want to spoil anything. Well, it does happen in the beginning of the film, though. Then there's his aunt. Yeah. Every character has their own personality and likability. Yeah. Then with the story, yeah, the story really does work. But if there is a problem I have with the story, it's that there's some slight predictability in it. Yeah. Sort of. It's not extremely predictable, where you could predict the entire plot of the film. But still, that is still a little bit of predictable. But overall, the original Spider-Man is definitely a great film. I definitely prefer it over The Amazing Spider-Man, which I guess is pretty much just a remake of it, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, I guess it's a remake. Then at the same time, they did change a lot of things. But yeah. So overall, I give the original Spider-Man a 9.5 out of 10. I don't exactly think it should get a 10 out of 10 judging by the predictability of the film. But it definitely does not deserve a 9 out of 10 because of how good this film is. So, thanks for watching everybody, and I'll see you guys in the next episode. So, goodbye.